Well, the Prime Minister's visit has sparked a fresh buzz around tourism in Lakshadweep Islands. Remember, the Prime Minister went to Lakshadweep as part of his two-day visit to the Peninsular India when he shared photographs from the picturesque archipelago. However, this appears to have sparked a meltdown of sorts in neighboring Maldives, and politicians from the island nation have now questioned India's capabilities of hosting tourists in Lakshadweep. A member of a Progressive Party of Maldives, Zahid Ramiz, tweeted earlier claiming that it's sad a big country is trying to copy a small economy and the idea of competing with Maldives is delusional. He also took to social media to say, and I quote, "How can they provide the services we offer and how can they be so clean?" This was followed by a tweet of Minister Mariyam Shiuna, who went on to post a derogatory tweet over Prime Minister Modi, which was subsequently deleted. So after a minister and other politician in Maldives has mocked the Prime Minister's visit to the Lakshadweep Islands. And in the latest, we have another breaking news update coming in of how the government of Maldives has issued a statement, a detailed statement that has come in from Maldives, which says that the government is aware of the derogatory remarks on social media. These opinions are personal and do not represent the view of the government of Maldives. We have Pratibha and Rishabh joining us with more details. Before I go across to Rishabh for an in-depth analysis on what's going on in this big controversy, which everybody is talking about on social media. Pratibha, over to you for that detailed reaction. The first reaction that's coming from the government of Maldives.
Yes, after a lot of disparaging remarks that had come in directed towards India, the official statement has come in from the government of Maldives. Let me read what it says. The government of Maldives is aware of derogatory remarks on social media platforms against foreign leaders and high-ranking individuals. These opinions are personal and do not represent the views of the government of Maldives. It goes on to say the government believes that the freedom of expression should be exercised in a democratic and responsible manner and in ways that do not spread hatred, negativity and hinder close relationships between the Maldives and its international partners. Moreover, the relevant authorities of the government will not hesitate to take action against those who make such derogatory remarks. That's what it says, that action could be taken. Of course, no action taken yet, but the official statement coming in saying this is not the stand of the Maldives government.
Okay, in the latest, Maldives National Party has also condemned the racist and derogatory comments made by the government official against a foreign head of state, of course talking about the Prime Minister in this case. Thank you for that, Pratibha. I'll come back to you in just a bit, but before that, Rishabh, if you could throw some more light on the varied responses coming in. We're seeing this big debate erupt on social media, with several also going ahead with the hashtag boycott Maldives, and that's trending, at its peak as we speak. But given this war of words that's taking place now, in a sense, the governments from both ends also do seem to be involved, and the Indian side, of course, sending out the message straight as well.
Well, definitely, this is what the minister did in Maldives is actually a textbook example of one being loyal to the king, more to the country. By making such statements against India and Indian leader, the Maldivian minister is doing disservice to Maldives for say. Not only economically, but India has been there for Maldives for, a lot of things, be it vaccines during, COVID time, or for evacuations or rescue operations that Maldives need every now and then. India has always been standing there for the island country. Apart from that, if you see, why is Maldivian minister making such statement? And remember, someone like Shiuna, who was the spokesperson of the president Mizuzu, who when he was contesting the election, such statements coming in, racist statements coming in, rather from her, is something which is very, very unfortunate. Even the senior leaders like Mohamed Nasheed, who was former president of Maldives, have categorically said that one should not be making statements like this for our friendly neighbors, friendly countries and their leaders. The Maldivian government, if you, as Pratibha was pointing out, if you read the statement, there are three very clear points. A, Maldivian government have clearly disassociated itself from the statements that have been made. B, they have very clearly stated that in the garb of freedom of expression, do not cross line. And C, there's a very clear warning. We will not hesitate to take action, which means the ministers who have had a foot in mouth moment after making such statement for our Prime Minister is not being supported by the government themselves as well. Here in India, when we talk about this whole boycott Maldives trend, this is something that has come in because there is the kind of anger among Indians for the statements that have been made for the Prime Minister.
Besides, the bigger question is what made this politician think that the Prime Minister's visit ended up targeting the island nation of Maldives. That's the sentiment that is being questioned as we speak. Stay on with us, Rishabh. Let me quickly go across to Pratibha once again. After Akshay Kumar, there are several other celebrities who hailed the Prime Minister's visit to Lakshadweep Islands. Remember, Shraddha Kapoor, John Abraham, several celebrities have taken to social media to hail the Prime Minister's visit, which concluded recently to the islands in Lakshadweep. But let me go across to Pratibha for the latest coming in from Salman Khan, who's expressed the same on social media. Yes, Pratibha.
Absolutely, Christine. Celebrities, one after the other, taking to social media sites to say that we should explore our own nation. They're talking about Lakshadweep and the tourism potential that it has. Salman Khan going on to say, it's so cool to see our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi at the beautiful, clean and stunning beaches of Lakshadweep. And the best part is that ye hamare India mein hai. So again, going on to talk about the fact that Lakshadweep is in India. In fact, it's not just him. There are several other reactions coming in as well. Sachin Tendulkar as well saying 250 plus days since we rang in my 50th birthday in Sindhudurg. He's also talking about explore Indian islands. Here it is. He's talking about it. Then we have Irfan Pathan as well saying, having traveled the world since I was 15, every new country I visit reinforces my belief in the exceptional service being offered by Indian hotels and tourism. While respecting each country's culture, it's disheartening to hear negative remarks about my homeland's extraordinary hospitality. And of course, earlier today we also spoke about John Abraham as well as Shraddha Kapoor as well, who had also posted pictures along with the tweets that we should be visiting Lakshadweep and places within India.
All right, stay on with us, Pratibha. Another reaction coming in from the opposition party in Maldives as well, slamming the meltdown. Let's quickly talk about that reaction. Maldives National Party condemning the racist and derogatory comments made by the government official against a foreign head of the state. Calls it unacceptable, says we urge the government to take necessary action against those involved. Directly aimed at Zahid Ramiz of the Progressive Party of Maldives Senate, who went on to make that unacceptable comparison, which is being spoken of across the country and has created this huge social media storm. But this is the latest coming in from the opposition party, which has slammed this kind of criticism by Zahid Ramiz. Let me go across to Rishabh. This kind of a derogatory remark being condemned officially by the Maldivian government and the opposition alike, Rishabh.
Well, definitely, be it the Maldivian government or opposition. And now, as we are talking, Christine, if I can break this for our viewers as well, that the former vice president and also the former minister of tourism of Maldives have come out and open. Ahmed Adib has come out and open and has categorically criticized what the minister has said against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And he goes on to say that we established the Maldivian tourism industry based on the principles of hospitality, tolerance, peace and harmony, through a strategic positioning and collaboration with global brands and investment, including those with India. We have successfully positioned Maldives as a premier luxury resort destination. I strongly condemn any derogatory and racist comment made by a group of Maldivian politicians toward His Excellency Prime Minister Narendra Modi and beloved citizen of India. So the former vice president and the former tourism minister of Maldives also coming out in open and clearly stating that what the minister has done wrong. So the government and the opposition, as you rightly mentioned, is very clearly coming together against the minister who has made the derogatory remarks against Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
This is big. We also have the first reaction from Zahid Ramiz himself. Stay on with us, Rishabh. Pratibha, if you could quickly take us through that reaction. This is the politician who made that comparison in the first place, who mocked the Prime Minister and his visit on social media. He's been receiving a lot of criticism for the same. But take us through his latest response. He's responded to several celebrities in India reacting in favor of the Prime Minister's visit.
Absolutely. And Christine, this is a statement. Remember, he has been at the center of the controversy. He is the one who had made the controversial remarks about Indian hospitality not being good enough, or the rooms in India being smelly. That's what he had claimed after, Maldives clearly went on a meltdown. We have a reaction coming in. It's very interesting. Rishabh can weigh in on what it really means, because he goes on to say, thanks for the tweet, Akshay Kumar. He's talking about Akshay Kumar, who slammed him for making these statements. He says, thanks for the tweet, Akshay Kumar. I grew up watching your movies. For the record, I have nothing personal against India, Indians or Prime Minister Narendra Modi. My sentiments were expressed in the context of growing Indian influence in our political affairs in the past 5 years, with the former ruling to be blamed for that. Don't misunderstand. Not everything works like in the movies. Hisab barabar, question mark. That's what he asked. So no apology, but an attempt at damage for control perhaps. But he goes on to say, don't misunderstand, and goes on to say, not everything works like in the movies.
Okay, not everything works like in the movies. Asks, the country, perhaps the netizens who've taken to social media to express their anger, not to take it very seriously. Stay on with us, Pratibha. We have another reaction that's coming from the Congress. This is Congress taking to social media as politics also continues to rage with regards to the comment that was made by Zaid Ramiz. The Congress, of course, once again taking a jibe at the Prime Minister for his visit to Lakshadweep Islands. Remember, it was Mallikarjun Kharge who first said that the Prime Minister, though, has time to visit islands like Lakshadweep, but no time for Manipur. That now in itself is being once again reiterated by the Congress party as it takes to social media to put out this particular update. Modi and Manipur, that's the comparison that the Congress is trying to highlight. Rishabh, that's the kind of internal politics we're seeing with the Congress, A, refusing to condemn the remarks which have been made by Zaid Ramiz, and B, also continue to raise questions with the Prime Minister on why he thought it important to visit, let's say, a Lakshadweep over Manipur.
Well, if you see, Congress party has not come out clear on what exactly they feel about the derogatory remarks that have been made, and definitely playing out politics on this is something that needs to be clarified by the Congress party and the top leadership as well, that when it comes to India, there is no Congress or BJP. India or Indian Prime Minister is the India that we all live in, and Congress clearly now doing politics. That is something that needs to be clarified by the senior leadership of party. We haven't heard much from the Congress on this issue as well. Remember back in 80s or 90s when there have been a very cordial relationship between India and Maldives, and those leaders have come out in support of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but Congress party has yet not clarified its stand on what they feel on the disrespect that has been thrown toward the Prime Minister of India.
All right, many celebrities have taken to social media and have said dignity first, so they're hitting out at the kind of politics that is being played over the Prime Minister's visit, and of course taking pride in the Prime Minister visiting the Lakshadweep Islands, seeing it as part of India itself. Let me quickly shift our attention to another breaking news update coming in. It's a response from Sena UBT leader Priyanka Chaturvedi, who's taken to social media and has questioned the intervention and the kind of commentary that's being witnessed on part of several social media influencers and film actors. Pratibha is with us, joining us with that reaction from Priyanka Chaturvedi. Yes, Pratibha.
That's right. A lot of this, Christine, remember, has been taking place on social media. The Maldives versus Lakshadweep, so to speak, battle. In that, Priyanka Chaturvedi saying, wonder if our foreign policy and international relations will be decided by social media, influencers, film actors or ministers in charge, and the government of India. That's the tweet that she has put out, the reaction that has come in from the Shiv Sena UBT faction.
All right, so that's the first reaction coming in from Shiv Sena UBT on social media. Priyanka Chaturvedi saying foreign policy cannot be decided by social media influencers or actors for that matter. Anand Dubey has also reacted from Sena UBT. Let's quickly listen.
एक अभिन्न हिस्सा है, हमारा केंद्र शासित प्रदेश है. हम अपने लक्षद्वीप को सुंदर बनाना चाहें, उनके लोगों को, रहने वाले लोगों का विकास काम करें. इससे किसी परदेश को या विदेशी देश को कोई चिंता का कारण क्या बनता है? हमारा देश है, हमारे लोग हैं, वहां के पर्यावरण के लिए, वहां की खूबसूरती के लिए हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जाएं, चाहे हमारे और भी कोई केंद्रीय मंत्री जाएं, किसी विदेशी देश को नफरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी आज प्रधानमंत्री हैं तो वो जा रहे हैं, कल कोई और प्रधानमंत्री बनेगा या उनके पहले कोई और था, तो लोग आते जाते रहे हैं। हम अपने देश के हर हिस्से को खूबसूरत बनाना चाहेंगे, पर्यावरण की दृष्टि से, टूरिज्म की दृष्टि से, वहाँ के लोगों की आय अच्छी हो, उनका जीवन अच्छा हो। ये हमारे घर का अंदरूनी मामला है। किसी विदेशी देश के या उनके मंत्रियों को अभद्र टिप्पणी करने से बचना चाहिए और हम इसमें कोई राजनीति
So while several